So, Maya and Jordan are sitting on a park bench, sharing a quiet moment as the day winds down. The sun is beginning its descent, painting the sky with hues of orange and gold. There's a gentle breeze rustling through the leaves, carrying with it the whispers of the day. It's the kind of breeze that makes you want to pause and take a deep breath. And all around them, people from all walks of life stroll past, each with their own stories, their own destinations. Some are laughing, sharing jokes and light-hearted moments, their joy echoing through the park. Others are deep in thought, lost in their own worlds, contemplating the day's events or perhaps dreaming of tomorrow. Maya, dressed simply but with poise, exudes a quiet confidence. Her clothes are understated, but her presence is anything but. She turns to Jordan, her expression thoughtful. Jordan, on the other hand, is wearing an expensive suit and seems preoccupied, constantly checking his watch as if time is a precious commodity he can't afford to waste. She asks, "What does respect mean to you, Jordan?" It's a question that hangs in the air, a challenge to his worldview. Her voice is soft, almost a whisper, but it's got this quiet strength to it, a conviction that belies her gentle demeanor. Jordan glances at her, a bit puzzled by the question, as if he's never really considered it before, and says, "Respect? It's when people notice you, when you command attention, when they know you have money, power, when they recognize your achievements. That's real respect in this world. That's what gets you ahead." His words, they carry weight, they're delivered with a certain confidence, but they're not exactly warm, they lack a certain empathy. Maya just shakes her head thoughtfully, a gentle disagreement playing on her lips. She says, "I think respect is something deeper, something more fundamental than external recognition. It's how you treat yourself, the value you place on your own being. It's how you stand when no one is watching, the integrity you maintain in your solitude. Money comes and goes, it's fleeting and unreliable, but self-respect stays, it's the bedrock of your character." She meets his gaze, steady and unwavering, challenging him to see beyond the superficial. Jordan laughs just a little, a dismissive chuckle that suggests he doesn't quite grasp her point, and says, "You sound like my grandmother, full of old-fashioned ideals." But out there, and he gestures to the busy street, the chaotic energy of the city swirling around them. They respect who pays the bill, who holds the power, who controls the resources. Maya smiles, a knowing smile that suggests she understands his perspective. But she doesn't necessarily agree, letting her silence speak for itself, a powerful statement in its own right. Jordan leans forward, elbows on his knees, his gaze intense. He's ready to defend his perspective, a lifetime of beliefs seemingly hanging in the balance. He's always operated under a certain set of rules, and Maya's challenge is shaking his foundation. He says, Maya, every time I walk into a room, people look, heads turn, they notice me. They want to talk to me, to be seen with me. It's undeniable. They know I have something they want, whether it's money, power, or influence, they recognize it. Isn't that respect? Isn't that what everyone is striving for, to be acknowledged and valued?" He gestures emphatically, convinced of his point. His eyes shine with confidence, a lifetime of ambition reflected in their depths. He believes in the system, in the power of success. But there's this little flicker of doubt, a subtle tremor in his unwavering conviction. Perhaps Maya's words are starting to penetrate his armor. Maya sits up straight, her posture perfect, her voice calm as ever, a stark contrast to Jordan's intensity. She says, "They notice your money, not you. They see the trappings of success, the symbols of wealth, but they don't see the person underneath. Respect is different from attention. Attention is fleeting, superficial. Respect is earned, it's enduring. It's about character, integrity, and genuine connection. It's not about what's in your wallet, but what's in your heart. It's about the values you hold, the principles you live by, and the impact you have on the world." She glances over at a group of teenagers helping an old man cross the street, their faces etched with genuine concern and kindness. Jordan scoffs, a dismissive sound that betrays his discomfort. He says, "But no one listens to someone who's broke. In this world, money talks. It opens doors. It commands attention." Maya points to a street musician playing for coins, his worn guitar singing a soulful melody, yet surrounded by an appreciative crowd, captivated by his music. "Look at him," she says. "He respects his craft. He pours his heart and soul into his music, regardless of the financial reward. People feel that. They respect him because he respects himself, because he's authentic and passionate. His music resonates with them on a deeper level." Jordan falls silent, the weight of her words settling upon him. He's forced to confront his own values, to question the very foundation of his success. The air between them feels charged, thick with unspoken thoughts and emotions, like something important is about to happen, a shift in perspective, a change of heart. As their conversation continues, Maya stands and walks over to a nearby mirror. She faces her own reflection, standing tall, shoulders back, eyes bright with determination and self-love. Jordan watches, not really sure what she's up to. Maya invites him, saying, "Come here, look at yourself, not just your suit but who you are." Jordan hesitates for a moment, then steps forward. He sees himself, but his posture is tense, a little uncertain. Maya gently says, "This is where respect starts. Inside, not with them, but with you." Children run past, giggling. One stops to tie her shoe, and when she's done, she stands tall. A small act, but full of pride. Maya points and says, "See? Even a child knows. Stand tall for yourself, and others will see it too." Jordan looks again, this time seeing more than just his expensive clothes. He starts to understand the weight of Maya's words. Later on, the scene shifts to a bustling rooftop party, a vibrant tapestry of urban sophistication. The air is thick with anticipation, a sense of possibility hanging in the balance. The city skyline is glowing, a breathtaking panorama of twinkling lights that stretch as far as the eye can see. It's a mesmerizing backdrop to the unfolding drama. And the party lights are twinkling, like captured stars, casting a warm and inviting glow on the faces below. They dance and shimmer, adding to the magical atmosphere. Laughter and music fill the air, a symphony of social interaction that ebbs and flows with the rhythm of the night. Conversations spark and fade, connections are made and broken, all under the watchful eye of the city. Jordan enters, his suit immaculate, a symbol of his carefully constructed image. He strides in with purpose, believing he's about to command the room. People glance at him, their eyes briefly acknowledging his presence before returning to their own conversations. He expects more, craves more. Some nod politely, a perfunctory gesture that does little to satisfy his ego. He misinterprets it as respect, as admiration. A few whisper, their words inaudible but their glances telling. Are they impressed, amused? He can't be sure, and the uncertainty gnaws at him. He holds his head high, convinced of his status, projecting an aura of confidence that may or may not be genuine. He needs them to believe it, even if he doesn't. He walks up to a group, a cluster of people engaged in what seems like a lively discussion. He sees an opportunity to insert himself, to dominate the narrative, and interrupts their conversation with a loud greeting, shattering the delicate balance of their interaction. He barges in, uninvited and unwelcome. His words are sharp, his tone commanding. He's used to being obeyed, to having his voice heard above the rest. "You all know me, right? Drinks on me," he announces, expecting a chorus of agreement and gratitude. He waves his credit card, expecting instant attention and admiration, a tangible symbol of his perceived worth. He believes it buys him respect, even friendship. But the group seems uninterested, their faces betraying a mixture of boredom and mild annoyance. His grand gesture falls flat. One woman politely nods and then turns back to her friend, dismissing him with a subtle but unmistakable gesture. A young man just shrugs and walks away, completely unfazed by Jordan's attempt to impress. Jordan tries again, louder this time, his voice laced with a hint of desperation. He's losing control of the narrative. But the laughter fades, replaced by an awkward silence that hangs heavy in the air. The energy of the party seems to subtly shift away from him, as people drift toward a quieter, warmer corner of the room, seeking genuine connection rather than superficial displays of wealth. Jordan looks around, puzzled, his carefully constructed facade beginning to crumble. He doesn't understand why his usual tactics aren't working. The money in his hand suddenly feels heavy, almost useless, a stark reminder that it can't buy him what he truly craves, acceptance and belonging. The sparkle in his eye dims, replaced by a flicker of doubt and disappointment. The realization dawns that he's not the center of attention he thought he was. He stands alone, surrounded by people, a solitary figure in a sea of faces. Yet untouched by real connection, isolated by his own arrogance and misplaced belief in the power of wealth. He's a stranger in a crowd, a king without a kingdom. Jordan's isolation grows clear. The more he tries to buy attention, the further people move away. He overhears whispers about his arrogance and coldness. The music continues, but he feels outside of it. At the edge of the party, he sees Maya. She's laughing gently with a small group, an elderly couple, a young artist, a chef in a stained apron. They hang on her words, nodding, smiling, feeling seen and valued. Jordan approaches, but his presence feels awkward. "Why are they listening to you?" he asks quietly. Maya replies, "I listen to them, I see them. Respect is a two-way street." He looks around and realizes that true respect can't be bought. It's earned. through kindness and connection. His shoulders slump a little as he considers this. The noise of the party fades, replaced by the quiet truth of Maya's example. Maya's group gets up to leave and she notices someone struggling to carry a tray of food. Without hesitation, she steps forward to help, her movements graceful and purposeful. The crowd notices, admiration flickering in their eyes. Jordan watches as others join Maya in helping. The elderly couple smiles, the young artist offers a hand, and even the chef grins with gratitude. Maya's self-respect radiates outward, drawing others in. A child tugs at Maya's sleeve and says, "You're nice, you make people feel good." Maya kneels, smiles, and replies, "That's what respect is, giving and receiving it." Jordan sees how the smallest gestures, helping, listening, standing tall, create ripples. Money can't buy these moments, only self-respect and kindness can. The warmth in the room grows. Jordan feels a shift inside himself. As the evening goes on, people gravitate toward Maya. She listens intently, laughs easily, and treats everyone equally, from the janitor to the CEO. Her confidence isn't loud, but it's magnetic. Someone thanks her for her kindness. Another asks for advice. A third simply sits nearby, feeling safe in her presence. The respect Maya receives is genuine, rooted in her self-respect and compassion. Jordan observes, silently at first. He sees how admiration grows naturally around Maya. People respect her not for what she has, but for who she is. It dawns on him that true respect is a reflection of self-respect. He tries to mimic Maya, offering a smile, listening to someone's story. People respond, a little at a time. Jordan feels a glimmer of something new, connection. The lesson becomes clear in the warm glow of these exchanges. Jordan finds Maya outside on the balcony. The city lights sparkle below. He looks at her, a little humbled, a little wiser. "I thought money was everything," he admits. "But tonight, I saw something different. You respect yourself, and everyone sees it." Maya nods, her eyes kind. "It starts here," she says, placing a hand over her heart. "When you value yourself, others do too. Respect grows from the inside out." Jordan reflects, "I never really looked in the mirror. Not like you showed me. I want to change. I want to earn respect, not buy it." His voice is steady, sincere. They stand together in silence, watching the stars. The city feels smaller, the world more open. Jordan's shoulders are relaxed, his face soft. He has found something money can't touch. The play closes with Maya and Jordan rejoining the party. This time, Jordan holds himself differently. Standing tall, smiling genuinely, listening more than speaking. People respond with warmth and honesty. Maya catches his eye and nods. The crowd gathers close, drawn by the confidence that now flows from both of them. Self-respect shines brighter than any diamond or dollar bill. Maya says, "If you want respect, start with yourself." She stands in front of a mirror, gesturing for others to join her. One by one they do, seeing themselves with new eyes. The scene ends with Maya and Jordan sharing a quiet, knowing smile. The final line lingers. "The respect you give yourself is the respect the world gives back."